Greetings, everyone. How are you? This is your lady, Miss Sherrie Pittman, and I'm with Sankofa Wealth. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about your personalized branding. That's a very important subject. But before we get started, I just wanted to welcome you all to this week's blog post and let you know that I'm very excited about this presentation today. I'm very excited to be actually working on my own uh, brand and websites and things. And I look forward to sharing some new things with you all in the future. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but on my web pages, I usually show a very colorful bird. And that bird is called a Sankofa. The name of my company is Sankofa Wealth. The concept of the Sankofa logo is an old Ghanaian tradition, which means to go back and get the good things that you have lost. And if you look closely at the picture, you will see that the neck of the bird is turned backwards, and in his mouth is a little nugget. So the words Sankofa in the Ghanaian language is really an action word. It means to get up, go back, and get it. And it's because you've left something very important behind. And in this market and learning how to do internet marketing and actually doing internet marketing, I remember in the days of me doing a lot of study, I was so excited to really just gobble up all of this new information and come into this new world of advertising online. It's very, very, very interesting to learn all the different processes. But every now and then, I have to go back because you forget things, or maybe you need a little time to perfect something. And so, while it's very, very important to always be looking forward into the future, sometimes we need to continue to go through a refining process so that we reach our fullest potential. And it's never anything wrong with going back and taking a second look at information, making sure that all the steps were followed, and being able to accelerate to the next level with full confidence because you've taken time to review. Powerful word. Now, just a little bit about myself. I started my journey when I was about 22 or 23 years old. A friend of mine and I, back in the 90s, we started a carpet cleaning business. And it was a great experience for me. I learned so much. We had a great mentor. Him and his wife were from Indiana, and they came down and they basically told us a system that's pretty much similar to a sales funnel. Now that I think about it, they would put out these ads for like, I don't know, $19.99 or something like that, and to get per room your carpets cleaned. So then when we get to the client's home, we would have an opportunity to upsell them with a better cleaner. And so what we would do was do a demonstration right in the middle of the floor with an emulsifier. Take a nice little, 12 by 12 square and spray it there and show the difference between what they were ordering and what's the best that we have to offer. And what would happen is that the emulsifier was so powerful, it would make that carpet look like brand new in that section. So it would be like basically it would be so easy to get someone to go ahead and basically upsell that product. What was the cool thing for me at that time, though, was that because we were ladies, And oftentimes it will be older ladies that will order the service. They will be so happy, that there weren't men coming to clean the carpets, and they knew that we would do a particularly good job. And so we did pretty well with that business. Now that went on until I developed carpal tunnel and was no longer able to move that furniture around and even just move the carpet cleaning equipment. Um, and so I had to look for a job basically. And I found myself at the May Company and in the credit department. And that was a pretty good living. At least I thought it was at the time. I was pretty young, and I was able to purchase my first brand new car off the lot when I worked there. So I thought I was doing pretty good working for the May credit department until I don't know how many years it took me to really understand their system. But once I did understand how credit works, at least from the collections standpoint, I became a little bit dissatisfied because I realized that we weren't helping anyone, and it started to bother me. It really made me feel bad that they were basically using me to keep people in like a credit trap, and I got just dissatisfied with it. But dissatisfaction is good because it allows you to do what you call soul searching. And I knew at that point that my passion really was in real estate. And an opportunity had opened up for me to start a New Frontier Financial, which is under my second mentor, Mr. Prentice Holland, who I really endear even to this day, because he really did take me under his wing and teach me a lot about the lending business and working with real estate and realtors and insurance companies and judges and attorneys and I mean everything that could possibly wow, you would not imagine the things sometimes a loan officer would have to do just to get a deal closed. Getting liens removed off of titles and doing UCC searches. I mean, I got quite an education, and those things still serve me to this day. But speaking of this day, well, before I can get to that, we had a market crash, of course, in 2008 till 10, and I found myself kind of moving out of the residential sector of lending, and I moved to the commercial side for a while, and then finally I landed myself in the I work with investors. I still do, and I help them get funding for the rehab projects. And within the last 3 years or so, I guess it's been at least, well, maybe a little bit longer than 3 years, maybe 4 now, I became the investor. So it's been a progression. But right now we're in this very, very special season. 2008 to 10 was a recession. And before the recession, there was always this great boom of business. And right now, real estate is in that place right now with the boom. But before it got to the boom, there was pretty much almost a standstill when COVID hit. People stopped moving for several months. People stopped paying their house notes. People stopped paying their mortgages. And right now, we're kind of under a grace period with the government, but that's going to come to an end soon. But what has made me realize when everybody was so still and not moving is that the businesses that were prepared to do business online are the most successful right now. Those that were able to adjust themselves, or maybe they were already prepared for the season, they're doing exponentially well right now. There are people that are that weren't millionaires, that are millionaires, that were millionaires, now 100 millionaires. There are people that were 100 millionaires that are now billionaires, and that's how it's going. And it's because of the internet. And so I recognize that it's very important to really get a grip and understanding of how to do internet marketing and digital marketing. The content has to be surely of great value. What we encourage you to do is be a master at giving. Oftentimes, Many of us are too quick to look for the quick sale, or they can't bring the content without having the sales cue. But Seth Godin, another top guru and blogger and author and podcaster, encourages us to be more community building of that mindset. And then he asks, for you to ask yourself, does your brand have purpose? Is it purpose driven? Or are you one of those marketers that is basically annoying their way straight to the bottom? Can you deliver anticipated, personal, relevant messages to other people? Personal branding begins with knowing your impact. Today's content marketing demands value to real people. It's essential to be putting massive content through your emails, through your blogcast, through your YouTube video. Personalized marketing is the way to go. It's never been easier to be annoying people with trashy messages. I know I get loads of it in my emails every day. So I start, sometimes we end up just starting the day off deleting. You don't want to hear all the trash. But sometimes as you're reading through those headlines, you will come across messages that are impactful to you. And so those are the emails that you choose to open. And it's the same thing with if you're looking at news feeds and things. We want knowledge. We want clarity. We want something that's going to be relevant to your own life or your own circumstances. So we all really want to take the time to make sure that the content that we're putting out there is so valuable that the person just wants to keep reading or keep listening. Or, I think even the ultimate thing is to have you guys to make a comment. Tell me how you feel. What's on your mind? Share something that you would like more information about. Because if you're thinking about it, others may be thinking about it too. So, it's very important to be a person that leaves comments and even ultimately responds to comments. That's what this whole thing is about, is having communication and relationship with your community. Building community. Having a loyal customer base. But you can only do that with valuable content. Your personal brand is your reputation. And reputation is the foundation of your career. This means that you've got to be in a mindset of being here for the long haul. Focusing on creating great experiences with your client base, with your following, with your tribe, with your community. Your brand is about how we make people feel. Are we interacting with them? Are they interacting, with you and your business? How do you feel about eating a piece of Wrigley spearmint gum? When you hear the name Jell-O or Nestle, what thoughts come to your mind? Everybody has some type of feelings, and those feelings can be good or bad. But one thing I hope for is that when you hear the brand Sherrie Pittman or Sankofa Wealth, that you do have a good feeling that here You can leave your posts, your comments. You're going to get quality responses. If you need help perfecting your marketing targets, that we're here for you and that you're welcome into this community. That's what we're hoping for. Now, in conclusion, I just want to say that personal branding begins with knowing your impact. And what I mean about being impactful is that my messages reach my community to the point that if anything was to happen where I couldn't not be with you for some reason, would my blog post be missed? Would anyone notice? If I wasn't able to put that content out, is there someone actually waiting for this message to come out? That's why I'm here. I want to make a difference in people's lives. When I was younger, I really wanted to go into being like a missionary or something like that, because I am a very, very, very spiritual person. But I think there's enough people out there promoting that. And that's still very much a part of me. Don't get me wrong. But I think that a lot of times what a lot of people may need is, great ways to get into their own creativity and doing that through their business. And so that's another gift. And, I know how impactful it is to have great mentorship. So if I could be that person to give an encouraging word to help someone build their dream, then that's pretty awesome too. So again, just in review, we want our brands to be purpose-driven. We want to understand the importance of valuable content. Understanding how personal branding is going to affect our marketing in the future. And the ultimate goal is building a community of loyal followers that are really connected to you and your company. And mostly we want to be remembered. So this is Sherrie Pittman and your Sankofa Wealth. Don't forget to go back and pick up the good things that you've lost. I'm signing out. Have a peaceful evening, and I will see you soon. Check yourself.